Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and I've got an interesting question for you guys today. Would you pay less for a device if it had ads on your lock screen? And we are going to see that today because the Blu R1 HD, you have an option to buy the phone at a $50 less price point, but you get ads on the lock screen. Now the base model has 1 gigs of RAM and 8 gigs of internal storage, and then if you pay $10 extra, you get 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. So I believe it's worth it to spend that extra 10 bucks. You got 50, 60 bucks or 100, 110 if you don't want the ads. So let's open this up. This is the ad supported version, which I'm pretty interested to see what it's going to look like to have ads on your lock screen, see if it actually affects performance. So let's open it up and see what's in the box and get some impressions on the device. All right, here we go. R1 HD. It is ad supported, and it is the 2 gigabyte, 16 gigabyte variant, so it is $60. 5-inch, 720p display. You have Android 6.0 Marshmallow, which I would have been pretty upset if it didn't include the latest version of Android. You have a 1.3 gigahertz quad-core processor, 8 megapixel camera. So let's open it up, see what it looks like. And this is available for pre-order. I will link to it in the description if you're interested. And I believe it's released on July 12th. So I think that is when they are going to start shipping. Excuse me. So there you go. That would be some covering. There's a covering on the camera as well. Just kind of peeled that off. And here it is. So you'll see interesting design speaker down at the bottom there. Very simple design. Nothing too flashy, anything like that. And I'm going to go ahead and press and hold the power button, and I don't know, and there we go. So the battery is in it. I'm going to set that to the side while it boots up, show you what else is in the box. And very simple. You get your AC adapter, your charging cable, which is micro USB, not USB Type-C. And that's pretty much it. Installing for your dual SIMs lets you know how to do that, and a quick start guide. So that's very simple. Everything that's in the box. Let's go ahead and talk about some design while it actually boots up. The back does actually peel off. So you'll see the battery is embedded though. The back does peel off. It is a dual SIM and also has a micro SD card slot. So I guess that 8 gigabytes of internal storage isn't too big of a deal, but you also get an extra gig of RAM. So double the RAM, which I kind of recommend for 10 extra bucks. I would say it's worth it in my opinion. Now here we go. So down at the bottom you get your charging slot, a microphone up at the top. So where your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack is. I can't really snap this on. I'm in a bit of a rush. You'll see it did boot up though, which is interesting. It didn't actually go. Okay, it did. It did go to the start screen right there, and on that lock screen, it did not show any ads. But let's go through. I'm going to run through the setup, and if anything out of the ordinary pops up, I'm going to come back. All right, so everything at the beginning was pretty much similar to stock Android. Set up my Wi-Fi. I skipped Google accounts, but here is something new. So an Amazon. So you sign into your Amazon account. And of course, I forgot to mention that discount is for Prime members only. So a partnership between Blu and Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and sign into my account. All right, so signed into my Amazon account, and it went straight to the home screen. But I really just want to test this out. Let's try it out. And here we go. Look at this. So it looks like Amazon Echo. Just ask. You can learn more. Let's tap on it. And it looks like it takes you into the Amazon app. So it looks like it's Amazon's ads, not necessarily just general ads. Let's go ahead and see if it changes every time. And it does. You'll see Read Now, Mercer Girls. Same one there. I wonder if it's a time thing or if you unlock it and then go back into it. Maybe it's unlocking it and going back into it. So you'll see Jaybird Freedom, Shop Now, takes you back into that Amazon app. So they're all trying to feed you into that Amazon app. You'll see you have a bunch of Amazon apps right here. Alexa, Amazon Drive, Prime Now. So adding all of this bloatware is subsidizing the cost for you, which is what you paid for. So let's go into the camera, for example, and maybe snap a quick picture. Okay, shutter speed doesn't seem too slow at all. Not bad whatsoever. Let's go ahead and go back. And of course you have all your Google apps, your standard Google apps. It does run Android as well. So swiping through, it doesn't look like any other apps out of the ordinary other than that Goodreads app, IMDb, and of course your Amazon apps as well. Let's go ahead and jump into settings. It looks very similar to stock Android as well. I'm going to turn down this brightness just a little bit for the white displays. Go to About Device. Android 6.0. 6.0.1 is the latest, so I don't know if they're going to update it to 6.0.1 or not. And there you have it. So that is what the ad actually looks like. That's just very interesting to me. You got to let me know what you guys think. Of course, you can just swipe up, and you don't have to deal with the ad, but it's going to change most of the time. Looks like Maybe it's on a timer, maybe it's the amount of times you view the ad. I don't actually know their algorithm behind it, but very interesting concept. I don't know if I like that or not. And of course, here's an ad right here in the home launcher. And of course, with your home launcher, you can actually change your launcher. I'm going to do that. I'm going to sign into the Play Store, try and change my launcher, and try and change the lock screen maybe. Let's go ahead and test it out. All right, a new one popped up. When I do have notifications right here, obviously you can expand your notifications and the ad goes away. However, if you have notifications and you'll see the ads right here, it's a little bit smaller right here, and you can swipe it away, which is a little interesting that you can just kind of get rid of it. But then, of course, if I lock it and pop it back up, there's that ad again. And don't worry, if you unlock it, there's no ad in the notification tray. It's simply on your lock screen. I also want to make note that that quick widget, that Amazon widget, I just got rid of. You don't have to have that on your home launcher. All right, so I installed a couple lock screen apps, Next by Microsoft and ZUI Locker. So just a lock screen replacement. So let's go ahead and see what happens when I go ahead and go into the app. I haven't gone into any of them yet. So we'll have to enable notifications for the app. So next, allow, and there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and you'll see right here, let's go ahead and lock it and unlock it. And there's no ads. So interesting. So it looks like you can actually replace the lock screen and have no repercussions of ads popping up on that replacement lock screen. Of course, you'll just have to use a separate lock screen, but figured I'd try that out. A lot of you asked if that's an option. And of course, with Android, that's another great option that you have. So there you have it. It's pretty much everything I wanted to show off. Of course, with a third-party launcher, you can install that as well if you'd like to. So that's up to you. But let me know what you think. If you really want ad support on your phones and you pay less, that's really up to you. Click that subscribe button if you want to subscribe. Lots more to come on this device and other devices that are ad subsidized as well. So stay tuned for that. And follow me on various social media. All links in the description. And thanks for watching, guys.